you go. All right. I don't know.
All right. What?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, yeah, I don't usually know what I'm doing, but story of my life.
This
what are you
is
doing?
a Pathfinder Hellhound.
Okay.
And this is the ones I'm painting. Obviously, they're different animals in general, but
Right.
I don't know if I want it this orange. I think I want it more black like that.
I would like more black.
Yeah, like this more.
I mean, yeah. But
I mean, I gotta add
like,
facial features, but
this one also looks like fire.
the whole thing is fire. This is only fire on the top, though. Like, there's nothing else on this that has, like, little flames. Like
yeah,
this
but
one.
you still got to, like, kind of, like, blend it in and stuff, right?
I don't know. You're asking me to do something that I'm not capable of doing right now. I do not have that skill set.
What are you talking about?
Holy cow, there's already a bunch of people chatting. Whew. How are LMP doing tonight? I think we're doing okay. I'm tired. You're tired.
Everybody's tired. I just got out of the shower.
I just got home from grocery shopping not too long ago. Take your time. Do it right. And now the alert shows up. I thought I was late when I... Sorry, no, we actually were late getting everything put up and then late going live. So it's been a mad scramble because we still had everything on the table from our Tomb of Annihilation game. Like we always do the day after a Tomb of Annihilation game.
Yeah, because usually, like, the game ends, and then I just kind of hightail it out of here.
So does everybody else. We still have cups in here from players from yesterday.
Leave stuff.
I kind of wish people would at least take their stuff inside, like the drink cups and stuff like that. But that's just a little pet peeve.
I mean, so I specifically asked you, will you take mine in?
I did take yours in. That was fine. That was fine.
Well, and that's all, like,
That's not normally what bothers me, though. Like, so in the past, I've had where people have spilled stuff, like food, on, like, these tables behind me, which is where I used to keep my computer. But I've stopped because sometimes there's sticky stuff there from, like, cookies or whatever that people don't clean up. So, and whatever. I mean, I guess that's the price to pay when you host games. But, like, sometimes it's like, come on. Clearly you didn't notice that you dropped, like, a spoonful of, like, chip dip on the table and you just let it sit there. Like, that gets me. That gets me. A little bit. But again, it's just little pet peeves. So, anyways, yeah. Green Flame. Dwayne's in bed. He says, I should get up. No, you're good. Just stay in bed and watch.
Yeah. Like, why even get out of bed?
Cameron says, you were closer to being on time than most streams I watched by at least 2 minutes.
Oh, look at that.
So,
2 whole minutes.
Originally it was set for 9 o'clock, but we never try to go live at 9. We actually try to go live at 8 or 8:30. Our graphic says 8:30. But today it was 8:40. When she came out here, it was about 8:28, and there was no painting stuff on the table still.
Mm-hmm.
So
true story.
that shows you how quick we were trying to do this.
That's basically how things are going today.
Yeah. So anyway, so this is what I'm thinking of trying to paint. This is my Hellhound. I think I'm going to leave it black like it is, and then I'm going to just add some features to the face, and then I'm going to call this one good. And then paint the ground gray.
So I'm finishing up our hand on this dude. So, like, most of the color-ish is down. But he needs, like, accents and things and other stuff. Details.
Something.
Like, what am I going to do? I don't know. Like, what am I going to put? There's this great book here with nothing in it. What am I going to put in the book?
You're going to look up on your phone rune symbols, and you're going to try to replicate them.
Knows what I'm going to put in the book. I don't know what I'm going to put in the book.
I just told you what you're going to put in the book.
So, we'll see how that goes.
That's what you're going to put in the book.
I got to figure it out. I mean, like, yes, some kind of symbols or something, sure. But what color are they going to be? Nobody knows, because I don't know.
Blue with green.
And he's got this shoe down here that's sticking out. And why they give me shoes on a guy like this? It looks like they're elf shoes. Like, the toe points up. No.
Like Arabian Night shoes?
Just.
Here, give me your thumbtack instead.
I don't have it.
It's in there, though.
I don't know where it is.
I'm trying to do eyes on these hellhounds, but their eyebrow sticks out really far, which makes it near impossible. So I've already screwed this one up.
The Wizard Tim looks great. Thank you.
I'm calling him Tim?
Yeah, like...
Why are we calling him Tim?
Isn't that my Monty Python reference?
Oh, that's right. I think someone said that last time.
You know, like the things that you don't know.
Correct.
Sorry.
It's true. No, it's true. I hated Monty Python in high school.
I don't know what was wrong with you.
Everybody liked it. I was never a fan of stuff that everybody thought was popular.
I have to say that
There we
Monty
go.
Python and the Holy Grail was not the thing that made me love Monty Python. It was 100% Life of Brian.
Oh, okay.
That made me love Monty Python.
Gotcha.
It's great. So I wonder if...
Yeah, but you like British shows. A lot.
You're just mad that you didn't like that W1A show.
I didn't dislike it. I just thought... So sometimes I think some of the British shows are just... They try to go a little over the top with their humor.
I mean, but it's like, it was a satire. Like, that's what it's
Sure.
supposed to do, right?
Sure. I don't know. It's just not my favorite type of humor. I don't know. I'd rather watch some Step Brothers or something with Will Ferrell. Like, he cracks me up. Why can't I see comments from Cameron? Top chat filters out people. Apparently YouTube thinks we are spam. I was to switch to live chat to see Wild's post. We're both here, but so far away. LOL. Oh, really? Top chat does that? I don't understand. Let me see if I can change that. Live chat, all messages. Oh, interesting. So you got to switch it to live chat. I didn't know that.
Why are you filtering people out?
I'm not. They are. You have to do it on your own side.
Oh, gotcha.
So I wasn't filter. I don't filter anybody. I am all for people filtering themselves. You block the people you don't like. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with the drama. Jeez. Every time. Whoops. Okay. I almost started using 2 palettes at once. I don't need to right now. I can just stick to the one. And since this is going to be for the Hellhounds ground, we'll be good. So, a couple things we're going to talk about tonight.
We're going to talk about things?
Yeah, I've told you this before. I always try to come up with at least one idea.
Oh.
So tonight, I was thinking... So I'm playing a barbarian in our Tomb of Annihilation game. And I have the prerequisite stats, I believe, to be multi-classed into a druid. So we're level 6. I'm considering multi-classing my barbarian into a druid. Just considering it. I don't know if I'm actually going to do it. There's some things that I get as a barbarian that I really am excited to get, and I don't want to delay those, really. But it takes so long to level in that campaign, which I've been talking about it in the Discord and stuff. I told people, like, how I don't feel really invested in the campaign.
Yeah.
Like, it's moving slow. They're like, well, have you tried talking to your DM? And I was like, yes, it's my wife. That's how I know stuff that she's added to the story to try and add more enticing, like, hooks for the characters.
Yes. I mean, also, like, you've just kind of said, I'm not super attached to the main plot line of the story.
Right. I actually loved the thing where you added the cultists a couple sessions ago. Loved that. That was fun.
Yeah, which has nothing to do with, like, the things.
But I'm more interested in that than a stupid death curse.
Like the most have nothing to do with the module.
Correct.
It's kind of like, then what am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
So.
But I just don't feel invested in, like, there's no, it's a hex crawl. And then the biggest part for me too, I think, is how long it takes to feel like there's progress for a character because we're using XP. Like, I really think for me, it's just dragging.
If we were, I don't think you guys would be as far along, if not.
Maybe. I don't know. That'd be on you.
Because there's nothing, like, there's no... Like, you guys are still in the first chapter.
Right. I understand.
Like, there are 3 chapters.
Sure.
And you're level 6. And you're on chapter 1. So,
sure.
How much faster can you...
We've been playing for a year. That's all my points. And we're only level 6. That's all.
Yeah, but we went, like, at one point we went, like, 4 or 5 months without playing.
We did not go that far, but that's okay.
We went a long time without playing.
We did not go that far.
And again, you guys are still in the first chapter. So if you guys were level 10 or, 12 or something like that, then...
I'm just talking about my perspective. So, and we're fighting weak stuff, like we fought goblins, which doesn't help with the level progression aspect of it, using XP.
Right.
So, anyways, it just wasn't, like, it was an interesting little encounter yesterday.
But I'm also not going to level you when you fight, 12 goblins and you're fine. Level 6. You would never...
We fought way more than that. We had, like, multiple encounters yesterday.
You fought 40.
Right, that's still a lot of goblins.
They're like 50 XP. What module are we playing? We're playing Tomb of Annihilation.
Right. So anyways, that's not my point. I don't care about what we're fighting at all. My point is that it's just slow. It's like we've been playing for a year. We're still level 6. I don't know. It's just, I don't feel invested. I don't feel like my character's advancing much. That's all. And like, we're getting magic items and stuff. Obviously, you're adding your own things. But, like, none of them are exciting to me. And, I'm going to take the one that allows me to control a random animal or whatever every day, which is cool. But, again, I don't think that's going to make me feel any more invested.
If you figure how to speed up a group, let me know.
I do milestones, and I just speed it up in general. Or else
I don't
skip
think you
things sometimes.
Would have in this case.
After like 10 sessions, we totally would have been further than level 6, probably. And we've played more than that. We had the one game that was 10 hours. We probably leveled like 2 or 3 times that time.
So you guys would be level 15.
No, you would not be
chapter
level
1.
15. I don't care what chapter it is. That's not my point. I'm not attacking you. I'm telling you how I feel.
No, but I'm just saying, that's like, all. You guys fought some goblins.
Yeah, I don't care what we fought. That's not my point.
Like, you're level 6. They also have, like, 2 NPCs with them that are, like,
yeah, I don't like that either, though.
They're, like, super but I know that's part of the module.
Yeah, we got, like, the
in level,
dragon dude.
And a golem now, too. Like, right. You guys are just
We got 4 NPCs at any given time with us as well. So we are level 6, 4 characters, and we have 4 NPCs at any given time with us that are all more powerful than us. Well, 3 of the 4 are more powerful than us. And I'm going to take the weak one this next time because our wizard's taking the Shield Guardian, which is cool. Like, again, it's cool stuff. I get it. I agree. But none of it, for me, adds to my character's investment or my investment of it, really. That's all.
I know, but what I'm saying is that I don't know how to do that other than just, like, I don't know, let you level up super fast and then everything just gets easier. Because part of the problem that I have is that you guys are such high level is that everything is easy for a while. Everything's going to be easy for a while. So then it gets to be more boring for you guys.
For me, not for them. They love this kind of stuff. They love it.
That seems like a pretty fast leveling rate. What now?
I don't care what anyone else says. I'm telling you how I feel. It has nothing to do with anything else. So, for example, here's a good example. My weekly game.
Yeah, somebody else said that it got boring for them because they unknowingly asked 2 super powerful NPCs to travel with them. Yeah, that's the same thing that they have.
Exactly.
Have the NPCs leave. Fewer in the party makes combat faster. I'm fine with the NPCs leaving. Right. The NPCs
but the problem is, I already know the other group won't like that. Or the others in the group. They like it easier. They don't want the threat of danger. They just don't. They might disagree with that when talking, but when it gets crazy and hectic, they don't like it. Like, it's clear. But, Again, I'm just talking about the reason I feel the way I do. That's it. I'm not saying to change
it, but what I'm saying is I understand don't know all that. I get it. There's anything I could do to prevent that.
I am not telling you to do anything different. I'm just explaining. Nothing. I'm just explaining. I'm just talking about my feeling. Look, this is the conversation we have sometimes. I just want to feel heard. I just want you to know how I feel. Oh, God. I'm serious, though. It's more of a vent. So.
Yeah, but it's hard because there's nothing I can do about it.
I'm not. I know.
I don't know what to do about it.
There's nothing. I'm not telling you to do anything.
I'm about to do something about it.
No, you're not.
I am.
You're not supposed to.
Upset about
I'm not upset.
Obviously.
Because it wasn't like I felt this way the session before. No. I didn't feel this way the session before. I felt it yesterday. That was it. So I'm telling you how I feel. I didn't feel invested. So anyways, part of this is on us as players because we also don't really RP. I feel like that, for example, because Erica's character, I can't do what I want to do either. Like I sympathize with Drew, right? Who sometimes wants to do his rogue assassin stuff, and things like that. And I know we can do that. I get it. But at the same time, I know it'll tick off half the party. And that's not fun. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, but I don't want two people to not have fun.
It's not that I'm not having fun. I just don't feel like my character's invested. If I'm not having fun, I'll tell you I'm not having fun. That's why I'm telling you exactly how I feel now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I've told you guys that before. Roll stats. Hey, you two, how's stuff and things? Oh, we were just talking about our Tomb of Annihilation game I was talking about with you guys earlier. I don't think the NPCs should leave. It is part of the campaign. I think the others do like having them in the group. But yeah. Cameron. Oh, all the individual stuff is great. Just hex crawls are super hard to make not boring. They just naturally are boring. Yeah, I mean, and a part of it is like, because we are higher level, I don't want to just fight a couple goblins here and there. Like, goblins are boring. Like, I don't know what I want to fight, or what I want to do, but she did a random dungeon crawl 2-3 weeks ago that had like a death cult or whatever that were torturing people. And that was cool. I liked that. Because I'm fine with dungeon crawls. But yeah, it's just, I don't know.
I think part of
and I had to wait. We had because we had so many we had 5 players this time for one session. We brought their daughter in for one session because she was home for college. And we had that. We had a ton of goblins, and then we had all these NPCs that we were controlling, right? And so combat it did take a while, so it was like 30 minutes of waiting. It wasn't quick. So I think that also didn't necessarily help either. But, that's it. That's all fine and dandy. And I'm sure it'll get better next session.
I think you do have a good point that the lack of RP is probably a problem.
I think it is a big problem for me. And it's not that I RP a lot, because I don't think I do RP a lot as a player. But I like to have other players in the party who RP. That makes it more entertaining for me.
Where's the white? Like the white. Bright white.
Over there. Turn it.
False.
What's that? Turn it. What's that?
This? Yeah, no, it's a big bottle.
Okay, so it's in there then. It's got to be inside of there. Right? Or is it on the table behind me? Oh, you found it? It was right in front of your face the whole time?
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
That's what you would say to me. So Dwayne says, I think the DM needs an idea of where the session is leading so they can take the mental stance of forward momentum when there's a slow point. Yeah. I agree, but I don't know. So, personally, I'm running Descent into Avernus. And, so far it's been a lot of combat. A lot of combat. I don't think it's been boring yet, but part of that's because you guys roleplay a lot. Another part of it is you guys have already went through a few characters. So that's never boring, right?
Livens things up when everybody gets to do new things every time.
Like, I'm discovering new abilities now. Should I make it red? Would this look okay if it's red on him?
Sure, why not?
I don't know what I'm doing.
I mean, like, that's how I feel about the majority of my life, but...
Yeah. But anyway, so I'm thinking of taking that barbarian, multi-classing him into a druid, because I think it might make some stuff more interesting, but I'm already, like, looking forward to new characters, I feel like, for all of us. I really, 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 really would love to see people play characters out of their comfort zone in that game. You know? Like, imagine Erica playing a chaotic, neutral character who was not ultra-religious. Like, wouldn't that be crazy?
I don't think she knows how.
Oh, I'm sure it would just still end up being ultra-religious and not still be lawful the way she would play it, probably. But I would like to see her play chaotic neutral and not religious character. That would be amazing. I should ask her in our group chat, be like, so if your character dies, will you play a chaotic neutral non-religious character for me? Please? See what she says. She'll probably be like, nope, lawful good.
No, that was the one thing that I said you can't. Well, I said you can't roll the same character type.
Right. You only restrict it to, like, basically class. Is kind of what you made it.
Right.
And you were still pretty vague about it. So, like, she's playing a paladin. In her mind, that's completely different than a cleric.
Nope, I already...
You already cleared that up with her?
Yep. Okay. Because that's why I said that they shouldn't put all of their eggs in the same basket.
All right.
When they're picking spells and...
Right.
Making decisions about who can do what and who's capable of doing these things.
Who should get what thing and...
Yeah, and like, oh, I'm not going to pick that spell because this other character has it. Well, if that character dies, now you are SOL, buddy.
Maybe.
You know.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But I think it would be fun to play a druid barbarian. I'm, again, level 6 barbarian at the moment. I just don't know when I would multi-class. Because I really want to get that next, like, feat or something. And I like the barbarian aspect of it. I'm less excited about the druid part. You know?
Why do you want to do it? Just because you can? And you haven't done it before?
Yeah, and because I can do different things with the module, for me, that might make it more interesting. Because it's in a jungle. It's not like it's dungeon crawling right now. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of travel stuff. And so there's a lot of... I feel like things you can do by, changing into animals that you see along the way or, whatever. Like, it would be kind of cool to change into a dinosaur. I've seen a Triceratops now. Like, I could, in theory, possibly change into it if it's the beast archetype or whatever, which I think it is. So that would be cool.
It would be cool.
But I don't know. Roll Stat says, wandering all over a map without direction is frustrating as hell. I'm going to use a bad word, but railroading isn't always a bad thing. For what it's worth, I try to give the players direction. Oh, I think we agree. Railroading is not always a bad thing.
And I actually think that I railroaded this group pretty... kind of a lot, almost.
Right.
In different things and kind of said, I don't want to say said, like, here's what's going to happen, but been able to...
She's very much a prep what's going to happen in the session, no matter what kind of thing. And, it doesn't feel like you're not making decisions, but you're really not. A lot of the time it's like, oh, you're camping. Oh, here's the dungeon. But it doesn't feel like you're not making choices that matter, if that makes sense. So it still feels like a hex crawl. Yikes. So I don't have a problem with that. Again, though, it's just like I don't feel like we have any clues about the death curse really that matter yet. Like nothing helpful.
We have clues to like, hey, go to
this random place. Yeah,
which is like in the middle of everywhere you're not trying to go.
Right.
So far.
Right.
So you guys aren't headed towards it. Like, I don't know what you want me to do.
Again, I told you it's not what I want you to do. Like, stop making it about you. I don't think it is.
It is about me.
It's not, though.
All about me.
It's not about
the you. The whole world is about me.
It's not, though. No, for me, I don't think that's my biggest issue with the campaign. I really don't. I think it's more like, as a group, I don't feel attached to any of the other characters either.
That's because you guys don't roleplay, though.
Correct. Like, I could care less if one of their characters die. Any of them. I don't... but I also... It's a playstyle thing. We don't have the same playstyle. I'm not... Like, while I do like to optimize my characters, it's not because I'm worried about dying or anything like that, necessarily. Whereas with them, it feels like it's because of literally that. No?
Create the illusion of choice.
Yeah, the illusion's there. I just know how she runs games.
What I try and do.
Yeah, she does. I just know how she runs games. And sometimes she'll ask me for help on a thing here or there. So I'll give her my opinion. Because that's what I do. If this doesn't matter who the DM is. If it was her or somebody else, if I didn't feel invested, I'd have the same exact discussion. And, we'd go from there.
But yeah, I think so. Right now, they're in a spot where they're about to go down to this port area. They're going to take a ship that kind of gets them, or they're thinking maybe they're going to take a ship that gets them down to the other section of the map, which is where they kind of need to be to move the story forward.
Yes. Also, this is my second character. So, me and one other player, our characters were not with the original group. And I think, so that is a small part of it too. So we're kind of like going along for the ride at this point. At least that's what my character's doing because, we're one of two people in a 8-person group at the moment. So, or 6-person group or whatever the heck. So my guy's kind of just like, all right, yeah, you guys have already been doing some investigating. Like, I'll go along with this and see where it leads us. For now. And, I side with the other character who's new on most arguments in the game. For now. He's a rogue assassin. And we tend to disagree sometimes with the wizard and the paladin, who are the original characters. The only original characters left in the group. And, but ultimately, we give in to them for now. But again, I think that's going to start to change. I really do, as the campaign goes on. So, at least from my character's perspective, I don't think he'll always agree. But for now, it seems to make sense, I feel like.
You're letting it go?
Yep.
Let it go.
Especially if one of their characters dies.
Oh, yeah.
And then it brings in a whole new person to the group. Because then I can pull out the card of, well, you haven't been with us the whole time, so you don't understand. Or, I can pull out those kinds of arguments. Which might force me to roleplay a little more.
What we've been through.
Right.
Yeah, I do think that that's the problem, is that they don't roleplay much.
Well, they roleplay. They roleplay. They just are very... Again, it's the same thing they always roleplay. It's not... character. It's like there's no character. If I were to ask you what is the paladin like, nothing. Like you can't give me anything non-generic. She's just a super religious character, right? That's it. She won't harm innocents, but I know nothing about her personality. don't know if her character is competitive. I don't know if her character is goofy. Nothing. Whereas my guy, I mean, I feel like I play him kind of like a dummy on purpose. I play him a little bit goofy at times.
I know nothing about your character either.
Okay, but I feel like I still sometimes joke in character with the others. Sometimes I stir the pot a little because I am chaotic. That's part of the reason I side with the rogue assassin on stuff. That's part of the reason I egg him on to do things at times. You know, that I know will drive the others nuts. But I also do that because as a player, I want him to drive them nuts a little too.
Stir the pot.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We will see. It's fun. Don't get me wrong. It's just some sessions are more fun than others. And this one was a yawner for me. And maybe it was because I was already in a mood, you know, from being so tired and stuff. And being all, like, having my sore back and stuff. So maybe that contributed as well. I don't know. But yeah, again, it's still fun. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't want to play, and I would tell you. You know?
Mm-hmm.
I would. You know that. We've had these discussions about other campaigns before.
Alright. Ooh, we're going to play our Descent game.
Yes, Saturday.
This weekend, aren't we?
Yeah.
And we leveled last time, didn't we, too?
Yep.
Right?
I think I let you level, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You better figure that out quick.
There were so many different choices for bards.
You better figure that out quick.
I think I did, but you know.
We want to double check it before then.
Has anybody played a bard that they, you know, took like a specific school? Obviously, you take a specific school at level 3. That they took a school that they really, really enjoyed playing. I would be interested in hearing.
You want to hear about the
what
fun ones?
I should do.
Well, what do you like to do?
Well, so
there's Valor Bard, which I've heard good things about. You would ask me. We went through every single one because you were like, every single one sounds cool, and you went through literally every single one except for maybe one of them. And you use D&D Beyond, so this is like extra books too, right? And I remember I told you to narrow it down to like 2 or 3, and you did. And then I told you my thoughts, and I don't remember what they were. But that's where we kind of left it off at.
Thank you for the detailed explanation.
I thought, well, no, because I thought the one where you can give everyone bardic inspiration. Well, you can give anyone. You can always do that. But there was like one that did a good job buffing other people, I think, right? Wasn't that one of them that you were kind of excited about?
Yes.
And I did like that one a lot. But then there's the one that allows you to do like extra damage or something if you run first or something. Or, I don't know. I don't remember exactly what you were reading, but Cameron said, okay, so let's see. We missed some comments here. So maybe it's just the material. I say we blame Wizards of the Coast. I'm cool with blaming Wizards of the Coast too. I'm totally cool with that. I'm not good with modules. Cameron says College of Valor was a lot of fun because it's versatile. Yes. Dwayne says, I've enjoyed every character I've ever made. Well, aren't you special?
Well,
I don't have that luxury.
Help me make my character.
I wish I liked every character.
As cool as your character.
I've made a lot of bad characters that I just did not have.
Have you?
Playing. Yeah, I made a ton of characters because I have no problem going out of my comfort zone.
What I try to do with characters that I make is focus on doing what their class is good at. My bard is College of Glamour. So I think my camera's frozen. But so I think the thing that I was debating about with the bard is that if I go a certain way, will I end up using their abilities with the party that I have?
But remember, the party can change any session. You were just saying in the other group.
No, but like some of the personalities of the people in the party. right? That was kind of the...
Oh, I wouldn't worry. They'll let you do whatever you want.
Conversation,
We have
right?
a good group. Which that'll be live on YouTube this Saturday. We will stream that game on YouTube.
So, what color should I make the stuff in his book?
I think you should go blue and green. One of, like, the green, make it like a neon green, like that's the arcane energy.
Mm-hmm.
But ultimately make the writing blue. Does that make sense? So the writing's blue, but then it's emitting a green light.
He said he's happy to help me make my bard. Okay, I'm gonna have to, before our game on Saturday,
get on the Discord.
I will pull up my character and
get on Discord.
Maybe I will get on Discord. Ooh, what if I make the letters pink? That's a good idea.
Is that a good idea, though?
Pink.
Is that a good idea?
It is a very good idea.
Are you sure?
It is.
That might not be the best idea.
It is. It's a great idea.
That was a terrible idea.
Why?
I don't know, because it's pink. All right, so these guys are looking they're looking better already.
I feel like pink will look great because he's got red and he's got the green right here. Yeah, and he's got this purplish colored book.
I'm not going to change
which looks way more like purpley pink. Blue and silver, I could do blue. I'm not going to do green because I have this guy here.
Well, I wasn't thinking like a green like that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know that I want.
She's not gonna use green because I suggested it.
No, I'm just saying. Shut it.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Okay, and then that spot right there, is that armor? I think that is. I'm gonna paint that like it is. Anyway, so that was kind of what I was talking about with that character and kind of the Tomb of Annihilation thing. So the other thing, so Tomb of Annihilation, I remember when that came out, everyone was like, oh, it's such a good module. And it's got some cool stuff in it. I can't deny that. Even you were like that, Paula. You're like, this is such a good module. But it does feel directionless, like from the start. Like I remember I was even considering running it, and I read the original parts that were in the first town, and I was like, there's no direction here. Like,
that's very true.
And it feels like that's a big, for me, I hate that. I wish it gave me a little bit of direction there, especially now as a player, you know, because again, it just doesn't.
That's true, because all the direction that you guys have gotten
is only because you made it.
All stuff that I added.
Right.
You know, because I was like, this is not going anywhere.
Hey, but at least we got to do the dinosaur races. Didn't we?
Yeah, you guys did that.
Yeah, that was the New Year's game. New Year's Day game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was not about to miss out on some dinosaur races. That was something I totally metagamed when it was a possibility. I was like, no, guys, we have got to do this. Like, this has to happen. Like, no question about it. I've waited my whole life for this.
Your paint job is great. Thank you. I think...
Are they talking about yours, or are they talking about the one that I just showed?
Well, he said my name, so...
Oh, dang.
I'm going to go with...
Well, that's no good. I see how it is.
I'm going to do the inside of this book in a second. And then I think...
It froze again?
Pretty good. No.
Oh, okay.
Then he said it was frozen and thawed.
Gotcha. Blue and silver go well together. I agree with that, too.
Oh, I can do turquoise.
That's the lion's colors.
I have, like, this super...
Do I get brown back or not?
Bright turquoise. Oh, do you need it?
Mm-hmm.
I will trade you some...
He didn't say paint. He said your paint job is great, Paula. I need brown. Can I get brown?
Can I have some water?
Can I have brown?
Can I have some water?
Give me brown first. Boom. All right. You can have a little bit of water. Why didn't you bring your own water? What's going on here? What is going on here? water's going to be gone so quick.
Why?
Because I'm thirsty.
Sounds like a personal problem.
It is a personal problem that you're drinking it. I'm just kidding. That's fine. All right, I'm going to try to paint this strap again.
It's going to go great.
Ooh, that does look better. This bigger brush is way better than that little brush. There we go. Yeah! Woo!
It's all coming together now.
I mean, it's not coming together, but it looks better than it did. Look at that. That strap is way better.
Yeah, it's looking great.
Looks way better. Way better. All right. I just woke up. Please forgive me for my typo. Dude, I don't care about your typo. You know that. I'm just giving you a hard time. I give people a hard time.
Mostly he's harassing me because...
Yes, that's true.
You know. Then he can say, oh, it wasn't actually about you.
I harass everybody. It's kind of my thing. Some people don't get it. I know that. I'm sorry. I just really enjoy it. Okay, there we go. Now that looks better. All right. I'm not going to mess with them. Those guys, all I'm literally going to do is paint their ground. And I'll call those guys good too. All right, now.
Really?
Yes. I need to lighten up this brown, so we're going to add a little bit of white for her gloves. There we go. We will use a paper clip to mix it up.
What?
Using my paper clip to mix it.
What? Why?
I don't know. Whoosh. It's almost too late now. I need to add some brown to that.
The two of us have a drinking problem.
Yeah!
Okay, so the words in the book are going to be
Happy birthday.
pink or turquoise.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were
I'll try
asking
to
what I was
make
going
them
to say.
look like some sort of rune something or other.
You could just do shapes, yeah. Just do some random shapes.
Pink or turquoise?
Turquoise.
I need to go for that.
Yeah, of course. All right, there we go. Now I'm back to working on this crazy one that looks like a hot mess of color. And I'm going to add some light brown for her gloves.
Oh, I got this stupid shoe. Sorry.
So just paint the shoe like something else. Just don't do anything crazy. Make it unassuming.
Well, what color should Tim's shoe be? Maybe I should also make it turquoise.
Yeah, Chris, this is a perfect time to start painting some minis. Like, honestly, painting while we are live is a great way to get yourself to get your minis painted.
Yeah, and then take a picture of it.
Yep, and post it in the Discord.
Right?
Yep.
We need to know. We need to know what it looks like. So then we can be proud of you.
Exactly. We have some other people in our Discord who share their pictures as well. Tom does. He does a lot of Warhammer mini painting. And he shares it in the Discord. But yeah, I would love to see what you've got. And if we can help motivate you to paint them, you can paint at the same time as us. That's even cooler.
Win-win situation. Right
there. That's what I always say.
I'm painting Tim's shoe black.
I really hate that you call him Tim.
I mean, I feel like it's caught on now. Like, what else are we going to call him? Right?
I don't know.
Wizard with horns?
You call him Ramshorn like the restaurant.
No.
I'm so hungry.
I'm sorry.
Me too.
Okay, so turquoise.
I'm going to have to make some nachos tonight. I'm going to go in there. Nachos. I'm going to go watch that baby show. I'm watching a baby show on Netflix. It's fascinating.
Super interesting. I already shared some of the information at work today. It was applicable to a conversation I was having.
Of course it was.
Also explained where the term America came from.
Wait, what?
Did you know that? So apparently, way back, nobody referred to the United States of America as America.
Okay.
That phrase was coined by Teddy Roosevelt after he became president.
Really?
Yep.
What's that have to do with babies?
Nothing. It was just, in
the same conversation.
It was.
I'm very confused by what the heck you're talking about. Then
what
are you talking about?
Because it's irrelevant information that you're never gonna possibly use. and then all of a sudden you're in a situation where you're I can use this weird piece of information.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now I just realized I've got an issue. She's wearing leather under her armor. It comes up and wraps around her neck and under her hair. And it's very difficult to paint. You can get there. Oh shoot, I've already messed up some of this. Crap. This is arguably the hardest mini I've ever painted in my life. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess of a mini. I'll post a picture tonight, and you guys will be like, wow, you really do suck. And I'll be like, yup, I know. 100%. Amerigo Vespucci. I am hoping I said that right. He has horns. His name is Tim. I have spoken. Now, where's the rabbit mini? We don't have a rabbit mini.
It's a missed opportunity.
Yeah, we do not have one, unfortunately. Although, I don't know if we would use one if we had one.
Tim would use it.
I'm sure Tim would, but Tim is probably going to be an NPC all the time. And just kill people. He's going to use some wicked spells like power word kill and things like that.
Should I have made looked up a picture of runes? Because I feel like I'm just making X's.
Yeah, they're not usually X's.
On this bag.
There might be one X, but
Okay, so I need to start over again. Hold, please.
No, you don't.
I do.
You're so silly. All right, we're just gonna do this. So anyways, Tomb of Annihilation. I have to read ahead. Things could go very...
Descent into Avernus?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Descent into Avernus. I need to read ahead on that module this week. I'm going to try and do that tomorrow if I have time. But there's a chance you guys don't get to what I prep. But there's a chance you get to it really quick. So I don't know what to do.
You probably won't get to it.
You might.
I don't know.
If you get to it, it's because you didn't get to something else. And so that's my issue. And I don't know what that means if you don't get to the other part. I don't know what that means long term.
Oh, there's step 1 and then there's step 2?
There's multiple paths in this at the moment. That I see. That you guys don't.
Yeah, I see
nothing.
Yep. We have to finish this thing that we're in.
Correct.
And then we have to figure out who they are or whatever.
Correct.
Okay, so guys, let's look up
not die.
rune symbols. And see what they look like.
I really want to play a warlock. There we go. That looks awful because I suck at mini painting. I really suck at mini painting.
What is wrong with your...
The problem is I suck. Look at that shield. Awful. This whole thing just looks like a blob of shit. That's just the reality.
For reasons, it bugs me that people from the United States call their country America. It's like they're totally ignoring the other 30-plus countries in the Americas. Yup, I get that. That's basically the conversation that we had today at work. Because these are the conversations that I have at work with people. It's completely work appropriate. We don't talk about politics all the time.
You talk about it every day and you come home talking about it.
Yep, it's a true story.
It's so ridiculous. So much.
Okay, so...
I just should never paint minis. I'm coming to that conclusion.
A swastika. Let's not paint that room symbol.
It's not really a swastika. That's probably like the Native American symbol.
100% what it looks like.
I know, but it's probably backwards.
I think I'm just going to hard pass on that one.
I'm just saying, it's probably the opposite of a swastika. It probably goes the other direction.
Elder Futhark runes. You're getting the brown things you painted a few weeks ago looked more like shit. See? You're
no, this looks terrible. This is terrible. Look, she dipped her arm in shit. And then the thing around her neck looks like shit. Look at that shield. Looks awful. Like, it's just awful. This is like the worst thing ever. These are cool. Like, I'm cool with these. But again, they don't, they're whatever.
I'm Googling your runes.
This guy's cool.
Great. So when you Google the runes that Cameron mentioned up there, you get something that looks like this.
Yeah, they're like...
That looks great.
It's like Viking runes.
Perfect. I appreciate you, Cameron.
I told you earlier to Google runes.
You know what? Yeah, but it's more important when Cameron tells me.
See, I told you. It's the... Well, somebody else told me to do it. How come you don't do it when I say it? But when other people say it? Oh, look, I just split out like a ton of blue. I did not want to do that.
Why'd you do that then?
Because of Cameron. Because Cameron told me to do it. I don't even know if I wanted to use this color. I don't know.
Okay, now I have to try and paint these on this bug. Oh, I don't know how big to make these.
Will you do me a favor, since you're good at painting? Will you paint all the stuff on his belt?
Okay, will you not shake the table?
Yes, if you paint everything on his belt. Deal. And maybe the same thing on this guy's back belt. His belt might be easier. What if I just painted this guy blue? That might be cool. Probably not, though. Be cooler if I didn't.
See, he said you based in the colors. Now you just need to dry brush and wash this in detail. We just blew it.
What?
It's fine.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing stuff. Whatever happens, happens. I can't be held responsible for how these turn out. It is what it is.
I can help you in a second.
Yeah. You might just have to fix them, like, by repainting them to make them look good. Because right now, this ain't it. This is not it. World's Worst Painter Award goes to...
Oh my gosh, you're so dramatic.
No, I have not seen painting of miniatures that look this bad ever. I'm not kidding. I've never seen online miniatures look worse than mine. Everybody makes it look so good.
That's because people post them only because they're good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Whatever.
I don't like posting mine because I'm always like, oh my god.
Yours look freaking awesome. Everybody agrees.
So I feel like...
Do you know how many likes I get on Instagram for your minis? I had someone asking me for tutorials. They're like, your minis look great. And I'm like, yeah, because my wife paints them. Like, sorry, not getting a tutorial here. Like, not happening. Bro.
I mean, like, I can try and explain what I'm doing. I don't know. Is that valuable?
For some people, maybe. I mean, there are YouTube... Yeah, obviously not. It doesn't matter what the hell you tell me. It's not going to make my hand do what I'm thinking. It's just not working. It's not working for me. There. That's painted.
See?
What?
See?
Okay, for the record, I didn't Google it. I swear. It is a Trivial Pursuit question. Paula, you could pencil in the marks first, then follow your lines with paint.
So, good call. Don't think it would help me. Because this book is not flat. I think that I probably missed a chance. I could have...
Might also be easier to paint them from the spine outwards or upside down. It doesn't need to make sense, just needs to fit the page. Worst painter is the one who never picks up a brush. Stop being... No, that's the person... That's a non-painter. Stop being critical about your efforts. You're getting better every time, Juice, but I will say that it looks like you choose your color scheme by rolling on a D100 table. No, this is normally my color scheme. I like this color scheme. There's my other color scheme. She tells me I don't use colors. So then, when I use colors, it looks like a turd.
You have to, you know...
Turd it up.
Strategically pick your color scheme.
I did. It was very strategic. Remember? We broadcast this, and you're like, yeah, you just got to keep doing that. Yeah, that sounds great. Green, blue, brown, and gray.
Well, I was trying to be...
And I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be good then.
I didn't
It's going to just... I'm going to sound like Paula at first, where she complains that, oh, this doesn't look good. But then by the end, it's going to look great, because Paula thinks it'll look good. So, I was trusting her, and she led me astray. So this is her fault. 100%. Oh, and I didn't paint the back of the shield. Great.
I should have done this with a pen or something instead.
You think so?
Yeah, I should have. Not like a regular pen.
You can get those paint pens.
But, no, not a paint pen. That would not have worked.
What? Why? You're like so adamant about that idea. I thought that was genius.
Because the majority of paint pens, in my professional opinion...
You're professional. So in other words, her superior opinion to anybody who disagrees with her who's not a professional.
No, I'm just saying in my profession. I work for an arts and crafts supply distributor. I worked in the sales department for like 6 years. Sure. I know some things.
Sure.
So a lot of them just don't come out very even.
Sure.
And, they don't have fine tip points, which is the problem that I'm
Enough of a fine tip point for you. Right? Because don't they come in different gauges?
This. I mean, they do not paint pens. You're thinking like micron pens.
No, I was thinking of paint pens. 100%. Watched a guy do a paint pen map on his wall in his office recently. On YouTube. It was actually kind of cool. But yes, he used thicker ones because he was doing it on a wall. I don't know. I didn't see how small they get. That was the only reason I thought of it. Paula, please show Lee how to use a color wheel. Please don't bring up the color wheel with Paula. Do not do that. We have had these discussions about the color wheel before. And nope. Not a good conversation.
What do you mean, not a good conversation? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Nothing. I don't know what I want to do. I'm not really excited about painting any of those at all.
I don't know. These rooms look a little questionable.
See, she's doing it too.
Okay. Well,
she's doing the same thing.
So this is what they look like. Look.
They look fine. They look fine. It doesn't... First of all, remember, it's going to be on a table about 4 feet from everybody's face.
Can you see that?
It's going to be on a table 4 feet away from everybody's face. Right?
It's kind of like... Well, so really in the camera, they look like really blurry together because they're really bright.
Yeah, they're really thick. That's the only
really
issue.
Thick.
Right, but it doesn't matter.
I don't know.
They don't need to look neat and organized.
Okay. Whatever. I need to think about it for a second. I'll do something else.
Yeah, you do these as belts. That one's the easy one.
Belts?
That one's easy, probably for you. Not for me, though. Ooh, I need a face color, skin color. Oh, you got it? Oh, perfect.
You do like that.
That one is fine. That'll work just fine on this awesome character.
Dry your brush off.
I always do. Chill, Fresh.
I'm trying to be
Chill,
helpful.
Fresh. Help me by painting those belts.
Okay.
Help me.
Help you.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Wow, it's so watery. I absolutely hate how watery this is.
You know what?
It's not your fault. I know. It's the paint.
Crap about the paint.
I do.
You say that we need better paint, but you realize that hobby paint is significantly thinner.
I do.
Than the paint that we have.
I get it.
So...
No, I only complained about it on this because I can't put the cage into the base without it, like, messing up because it's such a tight fit. So, you know. It's the only thing that bothered me. Other than that, we're good. All right. So what is everyone saying? Why do you dislike color wheels? I don't dislike color wheels.
You do.
Almost says Tim there. He said your runes look like they say Tim.
It was not on purpose.
Or something. I don't know.
So why do you dislike the color wheel?
I don't dislike the color wheel.
So
I don't dislike the color wheel at all.
About color wheels?
I don't know. We've gotten into it on the color wheel before.
Because I tried to explain, like, you know, here's why you don't want to pick that color.
Yeah, I don't think that was the conversations.
I don't understand.
I don't remember them.
Yes.
I want to play a warlock, dang it. I really want to play a warlock in that Tomb game. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll do that instead of the Druid Ranger thing.
Get my brother's character killed.
No. Why?
And then you die at the same time.
Wait, why? What would he do?
He can play some sort of fighter or something.
We don't need a fighter. We got all these NPC characters that are perfect up front.
They might die.
No, they won't.
They'll die.
They won't die.
I'm with these guys.
Oh no, you can do whatever you want on them.
Whatever I want.
Yep, I'll let you.
Can you sand it a little to make the base fit better?
I probably could at the bottom. The problem is our paint's really thick. And so even if I sand it a little, I think it's probably gonna, you know, it's still gonna do the same thing, I think. There we go.
These guys are like really
dark.
Yeah.
I said you can do whatever you want with them.
I mean, that's what I'm...
You can lighten them up.
Well, no, I don't have that kind of time to spend on them.
Okay. All right, so those two guys are done. They're ready to be sealed. You can do whatever you want with that one, too. You can lighten her armor up. All right. First rule of mini painting Fight Club is contrasting versus complementary. The second rule of mini painting Fight Club is contrasting versus complementary. The third rule is if a man taps out, the mini is done being painted. That is my rule for sure. Dwayne says, Fighter Grog, no see color, no care, one boot green, one boot blue. Seems like a good rule, Roast. Dude, Grog is awesome.
You just need to paint him.
Yep. I don't think I should. I think I should just stick to terrain. I really do, because at least my terrain, the colors make sense. Because they're just normal browns, blacks, whites, and grays.
You missed like this guy's whole side.
Did I really?
Yeah, like this whole...
Oh, it was white?
Section here, yeah.
Was it really?
Yep.
Was this guy like that?
It's fine.
No.
Right.
Tyler Durden painting tips. Oh, man.
Is she dry?
Yeah, she should be completely dry.
Oh,
I don't know what the hell to do with her.
God.
You can do whatever you want. I don't
Right,
care. I'm done. I'm done with her.
Let's see what
I should not have gotten adventurous last time. Or should not.
Let's see what we should do.
I don't even really want to pick up a new mini to start. I'm like, it's going to look like trash. I'm seriously at that point where I'm like, why? I should let you mini paint, and I can prep or something at the same time.
That sounds like
a
good
good world
idea.
build or do something more beneficial.
That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Cameron said, I would watch that painting show. What, where people fight at the same time? Fist fights? Like Fight Club? Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty bad, though. Pretty bad. Wow, he looks really dark now. Actually, that's kind of cool now. I like how dark that guy got. Or were you just slapping a wash on her to see how it looks afterwards?
See, maybe that'll help things.
Maybe the wash will fix her. She looks like she's undead. Hold it under the camera so people can see her face.
Stop. It's because I'll just take it out the eyes. Don't worry.
Oh, no, it's okay. It's perfect.
She needs extra.
She needs extra. Let people see her face while she looks undead.
No.
Just let them see it. It's even cooler now. Now it looks great. See rule 3 on that mini, Juice. Now she looks undead. It's cool.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm seeing what you can do too.
I know. I'm gonna put this on.
Why? You're doing great.
I'm gonna let it dry, and then we're gonna come back to it in a little bit, and we'll see what it looks like when we come back to it.
Once it's all dark, it's perfect.
It's not gonna be perfect.
Just paint it all black. It's an all black mini. I base coated it. It's primed. It's a primed mini.
I'm here to tell you that it's not going to be perfect.
All I was doing was priming it for you. That's it.
Obviously.
I was just making it more fun by using different colors. So now you're painting a primed mini.
Great, thank you.
For you.
I'm glad. Don't touch it.
I want to see it. Its back is to me. I can't see anything.
Don't touch it.
I just want to see it.
Stop touching it.
It looks so much better already. It does. It looks worlds better just because you put a bunch of black mud on it.
Demonic. Okay.
Make some dungeon tiles. Have you seen why? Yes. I have Wylock tiles I started. In fact, I'll go grab those and show them off at this time. I'll let Paula have this awkward moment of silence.
Where are you going?
I'm grabbing my Wylock
I
tiles.
hate it when you leave because I never know what to say.
I'm just walking over here.
Mini painting mixed with prepping could lead to some cool discussions. I agree. I think it's a good idea. Maybe we should do that from now on.
What? We should do what?
Mini painting mixed with prepping.
Right. But then I can't talk. I can't.
The bad thing is that he can't talk about what he's prepping too much because I'm probably in that game.
Correct. There's only one game
your
that
Wednesday game.
Yeah, there's only one game that you're not. All right, so I got a couple things here.
Sorry, guys.
I got some Wylock tiles. So, Wylock tiles number 1, caverns. unfinished. But I got this that I need to paint. I did these like 3 years ago. They've just been sitting. But those are cool. All right. I'm not using a swivel chair because the swivel chairs are uncomfortable. But there was that. Boom. Here's non-caverns, more dungeon tiles. They look like this unfinished. Right? Lilac caverns. You can see the brickwork on the foam part. I actually would love to get a hot wire foam cutter because I think that would actually make it so I can do some cool stuff.
Thank you. I'm glad you just bumped the table.
Sorry, did I mess it up bad?
Well, I was painting his eyes, so I'll just paint his whole face.
I didn't mean to. Sorry. All right, and then the ones that are finished. Sorry. Look like this. Looks a little better. I used like an odd red brick here and there. But it came out all right. And so I did have those finished lilac tiles. I like his too because they feel nice and thick. But, so like if it feels like if you bump them, they're not going to go like flying across the table or something. So maybe it's war paint on his face. No? It ruined Tim?
The gray splodge.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's the name of his clan. The gray splodge.
So the problem with Wilac's tiles, though, again, I like them. I think they look good. I like how they feel. They take forever to make. I would sit there in our old basement in our yellow house, our ugly yellow house, and I would cut the cereal boxes to make the actual tiles. And as I was doing it, like literally would spend hours doing this. Like I think I spent like 3 hours one night doing a live stream talking and just cutting them. And then, you still don't get enough, Yeah, I could. I don't want to do it right this second because they take up a lot of space and I'd have to figure out a system to make it work in my little space right here. But eventually I'd like to get like a hot wire foam cutter table because you can make the Black Magic Craft ones, and I think that I could make some really cool things fairly quick. Like for example, I know I have this Descent into Avernus game Saturday, so if I wanted to make a room or a prop, I could probably make it over the course of like 4 or 5 hours. It wouldn't be as good as Black Magic Crafts, obviously. But I could make what I want in that time frame.
Tim's familiar is the gray splodge.
It's the gray ooze. How bad is it? Let me see his face.
It's drying. I'll have to do a couple more layers.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Look at the undead paladin of nature. Her face now looks undead.
There's just way too many,
Other than that, it's fine now.
Okay.
Right? You could put the wash on that guy to make him look like this now. This looks like the mountain now. Look at that. Look at the mountain from Game of Thrones. Here, I'll try to do the wash on that guy, just like you did. Very liberal with the wash. Oh, whoops, I probably should have used water first. There we go. And then we'll just wash him out. Wash him out. Yes.
Do you think you'll make enough tiles to merit the cost of a wire cutter?
I think I would, yes.
Great. That sounds like a really good question.
Wire cutter's like $100. So yes, I do. Yup. Yeah, they're not that expensive. They're like $130, I think. I don't know. I don't remember now. But yeah, considering like if I wanted to buy a single room of Dwarven Forge, you're talking about like $50. Yeah.
You know what I love about this though is that you're like, I suck at painting miniatures.
I do.
I should spend $100 on a wire foam cutter.
Oh, shush. My tiles that I've made before, my terrain stuff doesn't look bad. You know that's true.
What ones?
The ones you use, because I don't use them.
Those ones weren't ones you made.
Which ones?
The ones that I like.
Which ones do you like?
Not the ones that you made.
Yeah, which ones? Which ones are you talking about? You've used the ones I've made before. The mine I made the first time, that was cool.
Okay, that was cool.
Yeah, and that was definitely not my best. These look good over here. If I had more of those, you would use them, I'm sure. All right. Dwayne's leaving, looks like. Hey, no problem. Thanks for having you, bud. Enjoy your dinner, and I will see you in the Discord. But yes, I do think I would make enough. Because I would probably make bigger things, too. Like more mountain stuff and things like that. Then I'd really get into flocking, which would only help you with your bases.
Okay. I added sparkle to his letters.
Yeah. And now it looks better?
I mean, now they sparkle.
Yeah.
You can't really tell.
He looks good, though.
Now they sparkle.
Even the gray splotch on his face looks great. It looks amazing. Should I do a wash on this fire? Or no?
No, you should do some brown on the black.
Why? You do it. I don't want to mess them up now. I like how it looks. I'm going to ruin it.
Very few things in this world are actually black.
I'm going to ruin it. It's not in this world. It's from hell.
Particularly animals or things with fur.
He's from hell.
Just saying.
He's a hellhound.
I'm just trying to explain.
There we go. Put some black wash on this red. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Everything is fixed.
Yep, you just throw that black wash on it. Perfect. Perfection. That's why they always say you just gotta throw more wash on it and you're good. Ooh, that might be a little much, but that's okay. I'll fix it here in a second.
It's gonna be okay.
You think it will?
Hope so.
It might not be. So, yeah, I don't know. But I would like to do some more, like, epic type of things. Like, I want to build the entrance to a castle where you got the drawbridge area, and then you've got, but I would do a portcullis on it, and then like you'd have the two towers next to it, and then a walkway between the two. I want to make one of those. That's not optimal without the foam. Like I've seen people do it with cardboard, but I don't think it looks as good. So I'd like to make one of those. I'd like to make some, like, not houses, but things that literally you'd have the base and then you could lift up and then that would be like the room in it. And then, things like that. So I guess it would be like houses or whatever. And I could use that for like when we had the Halfling Woman's place or whatever. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that would be useful. I don't want to like do a whole city because I would never lay out a whole city on the table. Like that would never happen.
Yeah, I get that.
I would use the flip map that has all the city, if anything. Or the bazaar that we have that has like the town center. That's what I would use for that. But yeah, so I would like to do things like that. Machiculations. Would they have them? Probably not, but I think you could put those in there. Maybe. Would they be functional or not? I don't know. That'd be the other question. Actually, I probably would do it. Actually, no, I wouldn't. That's too much detail. Too much time and effort. I probably wouldn't. Who am I kidding? No. The answer is no. They would not have those. How about that? Although it wouldn't be hard to add them. That's like another piece that you just kind of glue up under the bottom. and have it overhang a little. But yeah, so I want to do that. I want to do some good stairs, maybe like another like a spiral staircase that would look really cool.
Okay.
There's a lot of things I want to make. I don't know. I'm just talking about things I want to make in general.
Yeah, I mean, like, it just all sounds, like, really difficult. And, like, you're really frustrated about...
I'm just not happy with how my minis come out. That's all. I don't know.
You know, so I'm just wondering if there wouldn't be a better
Well, when I picked this one up, I wasn't even really that... inspired. I just was like, oh, I could make this type of paladin, right? The knowledge paladin is what I had in mind. But then I'm like halfway painting it, I'm like, wait, there's like seashell crap on the sword and the shield. And then like, you know, I don't know. And I get frustrated because I'm using brushes that are bigger and I don't feel like I can do the small details. And so I'm just like, whatever. But, like, this guy came out good. Like, I like how he looks. I think he looks awesome. So, and I think this guy looks awesome. You know? So, I mean, it's not that I do terrible. And I do think these would be fine to throw on a table as hellhounds. Like, as is. I would be fine with that.
Ooh, I need to do the snake's eyes while his face is drying.
You can do them red?
Of course I'm going to do them red. Actually.
So I don't think I suck that bad at minis. But at the same time, I'm not great.
Do you have orange over there?
Nope.
Where's the orange?
I have red.
Nope.
I have green. I have blue. Blue might look cool.
No. Blue's not going to work.
I have
with
white.
Green.
I have white.
No. I need the orange.
White would look cool.
No.
I have brown. I'm just saying shit at this point. I'm just saying stuff.
No, you need orange because you need to be able to see it.
I don't have orange over here. You have orange.
Well, I haven't used the orange the entire
You just held
time.
orange right there.
Yeah, but this is a different color. I need the bright orange. This is not the right
Bright
shade
orange is up
of
in there.
orange.
It's got to be in there. It's in there.
Is it over there?
No, there's no paint over there. There's no paint over here. No paint. All paint with the paint.
Well, it should be in here because
it's not in there. Because we have less holes than we have paint. I see yellow in the bottom.
No, it's a little orange. It's like this tall.
Yep, I see yellow like that right now.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, I'll use pink. Come on.
What happened to the orange?
I don't know.
What'd you do with it?
You're the last person to use it, so.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, you were.
With the scorpions?
Yeah.
Okay, great, but I don't have the orange.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. Whatever.
Seriously though, really, you were the last person to use it.
Okay.
Just telling you.
What's this? Peach. Is it under the table? Did it like fall on the floor and roll under the table? I don't know where it would be. I have no idea. That's weird. How are we missing paint? No. That doesn't make sense. Maybe it fell under the couch over there? Where would our paint be, guys? I don't see it anywhere. We had this box. We had that and that. Were we putting paint stuff in anything else?
What did I know of?
That blows my mind.
Okay, let me see if I can do Tim's eye.
So,
just get your arms off the table.
Why?
So you don't mess up Tim's eye.
But it's okay. I really want to find this orange now. It's going to drive me nuts. I hate when I can't find stuff. Maybe the back looks different than the front?
No, it was exactly the same as this hot pink. But it's orange. Just like this neon green.
Right, I understand that.
But it's orange.
I get
That's
that.
what it looks like. Search the rogue.
Search the rogue.
Probably took it while he was here.
No, nobody
Who's sitting over there?
took it. You think so?
I don't know. I'm just joking.
Is it right in front of our face this whole time? It's got to be right in front of our face. I'm telling you. That's where it would be.
I don't know. Look at your computer.
It's not behind my computer. I'll look though again. It's not behind my computer.
It's right down there underneath that table. On the floor.
Didn't you bring the paint from over there? So you dropped it.
I didn't drop
This
it.
is your fault. Yeah, you're the one who brought the paint to the table.
I didn't drop it.
But you did.
I couldn't have. Excuse me, you're standing on my light.
Oh, you don't need the light.
Oh no, I need the light.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. I'm going to put the Lilac tiles back.
Great. Good job.
Oh, so here it is. My leftover stuff from the Lilac tiles. In the bottom of here, you can see some of the cardboard I cut out. And then I was using this, the strips, because you put that around the edge. So it's like all the stuff for finishing them. But obviously not enough to finish them. Yeah. I remember my hands cramping up too, cutting those out.
Yeah, you complained forever.
No, I didn't. You're such a liar.
Why would I lie? What's my motivation?
Because you do that to make me sound bad? I don't know. You have to determine your own motivation. Yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, I'm going to do a video, cell phone video, while inside with the kids about point buy, stat array, or rolling stats. I was inspired by Twitter today, talking with DM Lair Luke, and decided I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow. I'm going to do it on my cell phone and just upload it, so it won't be all like edited or anything like that. But that's okay. Sometimes having those more raw conversational videos I think are good. So I'm going to do that tomorrow. And then tomorrow night, I have to double check my prep for Wednesday. Maybe I'll do some... I don't know if I'll do some world building. Maybe I'll do some world building. Maybe I'll do it live. I don't know. Or maybe I will... You know what? I should prep my Descent to Avernus stuff.
You should.
I'll do that tomorrow instead. So I'll put that video up tomorrow. And then I will just come out here and do some prep for Descent into Avernus. So we'll do that. Roll Stats says, always roll stats. Well, with a name like that, I agree. I like to roll stats. But so Luke had said that he likes to roll stats for himself, but he has his players either do the stat array or the point buy. So, and he listed some reasons, kind of. Didn't go too in depth. So anyways, I'm going to do a video on it. I'm inspired, and we will see how it goes. So.
What were the reasons he listed?
One of them was even playing field among the players. So think about it. All of us in our Tomb game have good stats, except for our rogue.
That's because
I understand.
Found out later on that when my brother and his wife made their character and their son made their character not in the game, that my brother told his wife and his son, like, oh, your stats are terrible, just reroll. That's why all their stats are stacked.
We're good.
Because they rolled like 4 different sets and just picked the best one.
So you always make people roll stats with you. That's rule number 1 as a DM, if they want to roll stats. That's my take on it. I thought we rolled stats together over there. Yes, we did.
I don't think
we went over there one night, yes. Before we played. Yeah, because that's when we were trying to figure out which campaign to play. You don't remember that? Because we talked about playing that, or Tomb of Annihilation, or whatever.
Yeah, but they didn't finish their characters at that time.
They had the stats ahead of time, though. I don't
know that they use those.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know that. So anyways,
but that's what my...
So that's, rule number 1.
My nephew even said when he was making his rogue that he had an issue with the stats, and he said, yeah, my dad told me...
No, they were talking about 2nd edition, I think, because he's played with his dad before. I don't think it was like that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But yeah. I always, if someone wants to roll stats, that's fine, and I usually do the trust system, because I don't care. If you want to stack your characters, to me, that's fine. Because I have every tool in the toolbox to use against you. And so, if you have every stat above a 14, well, that one stat that's a 14, I'm going to exploit the shit out of it, just because you power gamed it. like, oh, okay. But his character's fine right now. He's got a high dex. He's a rogue. It's fine. You know?
Yes.
So it shouldn't matter. Just like if your brother was playing a high intelligence wizard and everything else sucked, it would not matter. You know?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It wouldn't change anything about how he's played his character. It wouldn't change how his character has been effective or not. Right?
I am not saying it would. I'm just expressing what I think may have happened.
Yeah, I don't think that happened, but that's okay. Have you asked to look at their character sheets at all?
No, I don't think so.
You should, and just see what their stats look like. And be like, let me see your character sheet. I just want to look at something real quick, and then just glance at the stats. And then make a determination, because you could always give a magic item that automatically forces them to reroll stats. Oh, that'd be great.
They hate me. They have to stay the same character?
Yeah, but their stats change. Oh.
That's evil.
But make it teleport them too. So they disappeared. So then the next person picks up and has to reroll their stats, but doesn't know it yet. So after everyone decides whether or not they're going to teleport with the first character, which everybody will, then we have to reroll our stats.
They'd be so mad at me.
Yes. The Pathfinder point buy, you can get 5 14s and 1 10. Yeah, and that's pretty a basic character. You're not exceptional at anything, but you don't suck at anything. You know, that's kind of the deal, right? That's a true, middle of the road, jack of all trades kind of. Well, I guess not. 10s aren't jack of all trades, but Roll Stat says, man, I generally trust people. The way I see it, if you're going to cheat at an unwinnable game, it says more about you than me. Yeah. So the thing is though, so this is our family game. It's very strategic. It's very the way they play, and they're very kind of stuck in their ways on how the game should be played. They think that, a paladin should always be lawful good because they come from the older editions. They think that you should have minimum stats to play a certain class. They think that you should have a high stat in your primary thing. If you don't, you're useless. That's a word that they've thrown around countless times, especially their son, because he picked it up from them. And he's 14. So that's something we've kind of been battling with this campaign. And then the other thing is when they feel like their character's about to die. In the past, it led to a big blow up. I did a video on that. And things like that. So it's kind of difficult to change their mindset. Her brother and his wife have been playing, not like hardcore, but they've been playing for 30 years maybe. Mm-hmm. And they've been playing the same way for 30 years. We also learned that he, as a DM, has no problem fudging dice rolls, which makes complete sense why his wife doesn't like to die, because she's never really had to deal with it because of fudging dice rolls. And, so it's the way it is. It's a mindset thing, trying to help change their mindsets. I've fudged dice rolls in the past. It's not something I do now at all, pretty much. But that's because I think sometimes you enable people to play the way that I see them play, more than anything. So, but he basically admitted to doing it recently, like it was no big deal. And I was like, yeah, I don't do that. So I had to warn him, because he's into my Black Rocks game, Adventures of Black Rock, and I don't fudge rolls in that. So yeah.
Which I feel like he's going with like the play style of role playing more in that game, and he has no problem, but he doesn't. Right. Or maybe he is.
He does the same thing in our other games.
In the other group, but everybody just doesn't realize that he's role playing and he's not.
Right, because it's a very dry, serious tone half the time. Yeah. I used to do that roll stats, but things changed after my last campaign. I'll just say not playing in person has a bunch of problems.
I'm going to call it sometimes. On this guy.
I think it looks awesome.
I think he looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's sweet. You just got to seal him up. And then we're good.
He needs a base.
Yeah. We can give him... We have two options. We can either give him a washer, where it's weighted a little bit, or I can give him one of the thicker ones. So we can either do one of these, which is the light, or we can do the washer, which he pretty much covers the whole washer. Your choice.
I think that one better.
Okay. So I'll just glue it here in a second, and we'll just let it sit. Cool. Do you want to, oh, you already did. Never mind. I was going to say, you want to hit the second, or no, I did that. Okay, cool.
Put Lily's character on a washer.
So she gets a real base, because she's one of the Whiz Kids ones. So she gets the thin ones. I'm trying to keep all those with the bases they came with.
Okay, whatevs. That works too. So I just know she needs a base on her character.
Cool. So we'll do that. We will post pictures in the Discord, and we will maybe do it again Friday or Sunday.
Yeah, we gotta figure out what I'm gonna paint next. I think you should do it. I've really been wanting to paint.
Oh, you could start the Cthulhu in there.
Oh.
I'm gonna pull it out. Let's show them.
I don't know.
Let's show them the Cthulhu.
I don't know.
They already have seen it.
Sounds like so much pressure.
There's no pressure. It's probably pretty easy. Because, you and all. Dun, 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 dun. Here's wings. Here's the base. Here's the tail.
Good. Give me the disassembled.
I'm trying to give you everything except the coolest part. The arm. The other arm.
Good.
The body. You could assemble it all. The Iron Man.
Oh, good.
And the head.
Sounds like Caleb was playing with him.
Yes. He 100% was. And then I'm just going to put this back up in here because this box is still cool.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to figure out how this head goes on. Oh. I'd show you under the camera.
You could do it and just move it back. Move the camera back and tip it up.
Here. Here, let me handle
I was trying to help you. You got to move it back away from you first. There you go.
So I could paint him. You should repaint Juice's Nature Paladin.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I think so.
Or the water fountain would be cool. You could probably do that pretty well.
Oh, that would be an easy one to do.
I think so too. It wouldn't use a ton of colors.
Whoa.
The Chimera, yeah, it splits out pretty quick.
Things are getting crazy in here, you guys. Let's see.
So yeah, that would be cool.
Here's the water fountain.
The water weird would be cool.
This is painted.
No, it's not. It's translucent, but if you paint that like a well, it'll look cooler. Like stone.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is going to be a no for me.
Okay, so I'll do that one next time. I think I could do that, maybe.
Does this water come out?
Yes. Tip it upside down. And then you paint this blue to get that blue kind of thing. Actually, that's how a lot of water fountains are in general. If you ever see them when they're drained, a lot of times the bottom's painted blue, so the water looks blue.
Okay, so that might work.
This has a lot of detail in the base area.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? We have this. Ooh, we have this wizard left. I could finish my bout of wizards.
You could. That would be cool.
He's got a scroll.
That would be really awesome. He's cool as hell. The one you did today was cool. Finished today.
Well, so we're gonna go because it's 10:30 and
is it
10:30?
Oh, geez, it is. I guess we're not watching the show.
All right.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye. Is there like a post stream that I did before? Oh, there is. Sweet.